Hi guys, I create this helping video because most of the people need some n8n tool without doing the payment on their servers. We can it's using on the VPS. In here I use the Amazon EC2 virtual server. If you have the account, you are stay on the dashboard on here. If you don't have, you need to create the account. On inside the account, we can search the services EC2. Then we need to launch the EC2 services on here, right? On here, then we need to click on the launch instance. Then we are moving to the given the name on here. Inside the instance name, we call this n8n test 1. Okay, now the OS image, we are using the default one in the Amazon Linux, and other things, everything is normal. On here we select the T3 micro. It is the latest and the first free trial. You need to pay something more than this CPUs and memories. You can use a higher one. It's takes some price, but now this is the very cheaper price, and first 12 months it gets free. After everything is okay, we need to change the key pair. On here we need to create the new key pair, and given the name for that, I use the same name on there. And also the private key file format is ppk. We create the key pair on here, it's automatically download, right? Then everything is good. Then we need to launch the instance. It takes few seconds. Then it's appear on the inside the instance plan. Okay, we are going to there, and you see on the n8n test 1 is running, and the status check initializing. It take few seconds to start. And on here we need to go to the next step. Inside the, we need to click on that link on here, you see. And here we have to go to the net security. Yeah, on the security, you see on the security group it's created. We are going inside the security group, and in the inbound rule we need to edit inbound rule. And here we have to given some new port opening. I created some guideline. It's have on the below description. You can go to that document and check those things, and you can update those things easily. Okay, now we click on the add rule, and one is custom TCP. Yeah. On the port is we can put on the 5678, and here we can select on the this CIDR block, or we can select the anywhere IP. It's automatically get on here. We add the rule. Okay, again we are going to the edit bound and add another rule, and we are giving the HTTP, and it's automatically take the port. And here we need to IPv4. Add the rule. Oh, I think I need to give the name. Yeah, it's correct. And also we need to give another rule. It's HTTPS. It's 443 port, and the IPv4 and the add rules. All the rules are added on here, and then we need to go to on here. Everything is good and perfect. Then you have the Namecheap or GoDaddy where your domain or your subdomain. You need to go to that account. I use the Cloudflare on here. In the Cloudflare, I need to add some A record on here, because that's this instance, the virtual server, we need to access given through the DNS on our domain. If you have the account on the Namecheap, you need to go to the advanced DNS and add the A value on there. Okay, now we move into the EC2 launch instance. Sorry, on the EC2 we need to go to the EC2 dashboard. On the instance, you see it's running, everything is checked and passed. Now on here we need to click on the instance ID and we are moving to the inside. You see on here the public IPv4 address, and also you see the DNS link on here, right? We need this IP address. I copy that IP address. We move into our domain registration site, and we need to go to the advanced DNS, and inside the records we need to add the new record. It's the A value. I put the name, the subdomain down here. If you use the subdomain, you need to go to the subdomain. Inside you can put the DNS value on here. I use the test2, and I copy this IP address from here and go here and paste it. Okay, everything is perfect on the record, and we are going to save that. Okay, now I create this. The test2 is a subdomain name. I put on the Cloudflare. That step is completed. Now we need to go to the PuTTY. If you don't have PuTTY, you can go to the puttyweb.org website, and you can download the PuTTY. I use the Mac, that's why I create some virtual machine on here using the PuTTY. And also this is the steps you need to follow, everything one by one. You are going through this step. You can install the n8n on the EC2. Okay, we are moving to the PuTTY. Okay, in here we need to given that host name as the public IP address. First I need to download that file, transfer to the Windows machine. Wait, I will share that. If you use in the Windows, you don't have the problem on there. You can go step by step on here. Okay, I'm coming to the Windows PC, and inside it I need to download this earliest created ppk file, n8n test1. Okay, it's downloaded. Now we need to put the IP address on here, on the public IP address 51.20.245 120 4 and 212. So 212. Okay, now it's good, and we can given in name for this for save inside login, save inside the PuTTY. We click on the save. You see in the n8n test2, we select this one, and the IP is correct, everything is good. And now we need to go to the SSH, and inside it you need to go to authorization and the credential. We go into the credential, you see the private key file for the authentication. You can browse the file, and we need to select the n8n test1 credential on here, and we don't click on the open. We need to move to go to the session, and we are click on the save profile and the save. Then next time if we need to connect to the server, we can easily select the profile and the load, and we can open the PuTTY. Okay, then you have the PuTTY security alert message, then you need to accept that. Okay, on here you need to log in as the user inside our server, virtual server inside the AWS, right? In here, what is the code is I put on here. It's easily copy from here. Okay, now open and log in as the EC2. I copy that and paste on here, and I click on the enter. You see I log into our server inside the server on the AWS EC2. Okay, now we need to go one by one this code, and then every step is clear on here. What is our second one? We need to yum update. This use any update here, it's automatically updated. If not, it's given the status, there's no update like that. Okay, let's wait. It's have some problem, but it's resolved and complete. That's perfect. And then we need to give this command. You need to go one by one all these steps. Install the Docker. When it's completed, we need to start the Docker. Okay, it's started. We need to enable the Docker. Then it's enable the Docker inside the server. Okay, now we need to add user to Docker. We need to give a user on here. It's done, and we need to create the user group, new group for the Docker. Okay, it's done. I double click on here, that's why it's 2-time appear. Then we need to install the Docker Compose. We need to copy and paste on here and enter. Okay, it's running perfect, and next command is the Docker Compose. It's done. Next command, we need to check the version. It's completely installed. The version is coming on here. The version 2.35.1 is installed on here. Okay, now we need to add the SSL certification and the NGINX for get the HTTPS. That's why we need to follow the next on next command. You need to only just copy and paste. It's automatically everything I set up, it's easily get on here. Okay, now we need to start the okay, this is started. Now we need to enable that. Okay, now we are going to install. Yeah, it's completed. Now we need to set up the n8n inside with the Docker Compose. How do we do that? There is a several code. Just copy and paste. Okay, go inside the cd n8n folder. and here we need to create the docker compose file. I copy the code, and here it's open docker compose.yml file. In here there is some few things we need to change. I copy this code and put on here. Okay, now we need to given the domain name and the password on here. In the webhook URL, you need to given your domain name. I set up the domain name as on here. I set up the domain name as test2.hostnicker.io. Okay, I set up its test2.hostnicker.io. okay, and also the strong password you should need to given here. Test at 123 at 1 #1. Yeah, that's okay. Now all the data is okay on here. You don't need to change the other details on here. Now you need to click on the Control and O and press enter. Then it's write the compose file inside the code. Okay, now it's saved and we need to close that. Use the Control X. Okay, now its setup is completed. Then we need to start the n8n. What we need to do, copy that prompt and put on here. It's pulling the data. You see now it's very quickly and running everything, and the download all the file from the n8n. Yeah, we need to wait some few minutes. It's takes time. This is yeah, now you see the network n8 default is created and the container n8 everything is created and it's started. Now we need to NGINX reverse proxy. We need to given that. I click on that code and paste on here and enter. We are coming inside the n8n config file. Here is the code. I need to copy paste, and you see on here also we need to given the correct name from the domain. Okay, I remove this text and new test2.hostnicker.io. okay, and given the name, all are good. Now I need to save using the same shortcut, the Control O and hit the enter and Control X. It's saved. Okay, now we need to check the config is good. I'm going to select the text and paste on here. Yeah, you see the test is successful. Yeah, that's good. Now we need to reload the NGINX and on copy and paste on here, restart, and then we need to set up the SSL for that. Okay, now we need to copy this code and paste here. I need to change on here our new subdomain test2.hostnicker.io. okay, now I hit the enter. It moving some here. On here you see we need to enter the email address. We need to register the SSL certification on our account. You need to given your email address for here. I given gmail.com and enter. Then they ask the some term and services. I said yes. I agree with yes. Okay, requesting the certification for test to the hostnigger.io. We need to wait a few minutes. They are grab the STS successfully deploy the certification and enable. Yeah, everything is good and everything is set up now. Okay, what is the next setup? Finally we need to restart all the system. I copy this code and go to n8n folder. We need to down the server first on the Docker Compose. It is now it's removed everything. We need to up it. Okay, again it's created and it's started, and we need to NGINX again restart. Okay, everything is done here. Now we need to go to our domain. What is the test2? I go in the test2.hostnigger.io. Okay. Yeah, perfect. On here you should need to given the given the email for the first admin account. I given name and we need to given the password. And here you need receive the security and product option. You can tick on that. If you don't need, you can put on there. I think was the strong password. Okay, now we need to click on the next. Now we are in the live on our n8n tool inside the EC2 on the AWS server. Right, on here you need to given the details. Why this account? This is the onboarding, and we start it. Okay, now they ask the license key sent to this email. Given you can send me the free license key and click on this button. Yeah. Okay, now they are sent email to our account with the new key. We need to put that key inside the setting. I will show you how to do that on here. We need to go to the settings, and you see on here you need to enter the activation key. Okay, the activation key is this one, the active account. You are registered is unlimited. Okay, now you see the workflow, and you can start the project from the scratch, and everything is work perfectly. Everything is running inside the EC2 on the AWS. That's the all. On here you can use, I think it's you can use freely on the few months, and I think it's get the monthly charge around $1 to $2 sometimes after the trial end.